No niche? No problem. Or even if you want to change your niche, this is how you grow without a niche on YouTube, and the exact strategy that I have been using on my own channel in the last couple of months, and a sneak peek into how one of the biggest new YouTubers on the platform, Janelle Eliana, used a very similar strategy to what I'm going to show you to grow to 1 million subscribers in 2 weeks. Crazy. If you're just tuning in, this is episode 4 of my YouTube Business Bootcamp, and you can check out the previous episode and the entire series right here and also at the link in the description. This whole series is dedicated to you and your most burning questions when it comes to YouTube and how to actually build a real business from this platform. We have everything from mindset, motivation, getting organized, content tips, and everything else. In order to catch up on the entire series and make sure you don't miss an episode, which you don't want to, make sure you hit subscribe and hit the bell to get notified every single time I post a new video on Tuesdays and on Fridays. Also, if you're subscribed and you want to be entered for our really great little giveaway that we're doing, it's actually a huge giveaway, stay tuned until the end of this video and I'll give you the details on how to win our grand prize. And you need to be watching all the videos and commenting on all the videos to do that. So stay tuned for that, and let's dive into how do you grow with no niche on YouTube. You may have noticed that I've been playing around with a bunch of different types of content on my channel in the last couple of months. It all started back on my birthday. When I say that we're making some changes on my channel, what I mean by this is that I've been using YouTube in a very similar way for a long time. And I really do recommend that when you're getting started, you use it in the same way that I did. Part of the reason I wanted to do this was to put myself back in your shoes as a beginner on the platform with no clout in all of these different keywords that now I'm trying to rank for. So how do you start a YouTube channel, grow a YouTube channel with no niche? And how do you change niches once you do have a channel and have built some authority in a specific category? That's what we're diving into right now. The first thing you need to do is pay attention. Seems pretty simple, but this is often so missed because people want to grow on YouTube and they want to get those videos out there. But if you're not paying attention to what you should be creating content on, you're kind of missing the mark and you're probably really frustrated with low views and low engagement. Let me know if you're experiencing that in the comments. We're going to fix that in this video. So the first thing is to pay attention, which means what do you actually want to talk about? What are you interested in? What do you want to tell people about on YouTube? What kind of videos do you want to make? That is step number 1 to paying attention to yourself and what you care about. Some other clues for figuring that out is, what do you spend hours on the internet searching or researching or watching other videos on? Because that often tells you what you're most interested in. Also, what do your friends and family ask you about all the time and go to you for advice on? And what do you love giving advice on? And what do you feel like is your special little genius zone when it comes to helping people or entertaining people or inspiring people? What are the things that you talk about specifically? All of those little clues and paying attention to those patterns is step 1 in growing on YouTube, because you have to be interested in order to actually grow your channel. Tip number 2 is follow the leaders. So the really cool thing about YouTube and how this platform has grown so much is that you most likely have competitors, but they're not competitors, they're role models. So what you want to do is look for people who are talking about the things or making the kind of videos that you want to make. So this will give you ideas on the clues to success, because success always leaves clues. You just have to follow them. So how are the people in your ideal space or the topic that you're interested in, how are they structuring their videos? What makes them so popular? What are people saying in the comments? You want to study and follow the leaders. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that right now. Let's say you take that list of things you're interested in or people give you gratitude for, and you just start typing those topics into YouTube. This is really where you want to start. So you don't have to niche down. You can go super, super broad. So let's say it's something like nail art. And in this case, you want to pick the channels that you know are killing it and racking up views and subscribers, etc. The reason you want to do this is really because once you see that it's possible and you see other people are doing it, then it gives you the insight as to what are they doing to actually make this work, and it just shows you that it's possible, which is half the battle. So you basically just want to go through and follow all of these channels, subscribe to all of these channels, and pay attention to how do they structure their videos, what makes them popular, what are people saying in the comments that they love about them or they hate about them, and things that you can start kind of stockpiling as research for starting your own channel. So it could be anything. It could be nail art, it could be things like cover songs, just paying attention to the themes and the patterns that show up in the most popular channels in this niche. And the other thing that you want to do is follow them on other social platforms as well, so that you can get even more clues about what are people interested in when it comes to this topic, and how are the most popular pieces of content structured so you can use that in your own content as well. Not copying, but basically getting inspiration to be the best and be like the best. So this gives you really great research, and it's free research. You're not having to pay to find this information. Even things like mountain biking, like what are the most popular channels and what are the most popular topics when it comes to mountain biking? I know it's broad, but you can find a lot when you do this. And so you just want to kind of keep doing this until you get some ideas of who the most popular channels are, what are the channels that keep showing up, follow them, subscribe to them, find them on other social platforms, and get clues about what makes their content so good and what do you enjoy about watching their content, and start making notes about that so you can incorporate that into your own videos. Tip number 3 is look for gateway videos. What the heck does that mean? Let me explain. Let's say I look up the topic of makeup because I'm super interested in makeup, and I have this feeling that I want to make a channel around it. So makeup is so broad. You can see that there's 2 million searches per month on YouTube for the topic of makeup. That's way, way, way too competitive. And even see that a lot of the top ranking channels are going to be channels with a crap ton of subscribers and people who are OGs in the space on YouTube. So you don't want to start by competing with those big, massive channels. So what you want to do is look for breakthrough videos, like I mentioned. So what is a breakthrough video? A breakthrough video basically means it's a channel that is smaller and newer, but yet they're able to rank for a huge, broad topic like makeup because they've created what we like to call gateway videos. So I'm going to show you a few in here that I found. So here are some great ideas for breakthrough videos and some great clues no matter what area you're looking in. So for example, when you're trying to break through in, let's say, the makeup space, starting with one specific brand is a great way to get started. So for example, this one is Nabla Cosmetics. This channel has 139,000 subscribers. So it's not as massive as the huge makeup gurus on YouTube, yet it's able to rank on the first page for the topic of makeup because it's chosen a specific area, a specific line, a specific variation. So that's one example. Another example, and this is just really doing research and finding clues, is this channel right here has 25,000 subscribers, yet this video has 9.2 million views in the last 10 months. So what made it so view-worthy? Is it the thumbnail? Is it the structure of the video? So again, this is one of those situations where you want to go, smaller amount of subscribers, but really high views. Study what this person did or this channel did to break through. Another example is these two videos right here. So they're still ranking on the first page of YouTube under this massive topic of makeup, but it's because they picked a very specific area of makeup. They're not trying to rank for just the keyword makeup because they can't compete against these massive channels, but this channel only has 14,000 subscribers, yet for zero waste makeup routine, it's getting discovered in the makeup category. Same with my minimalist makeup collection. Very specific topic, minimalist makeup collection, as opposed to makeup in general. So again, this is your opportunity to study the videos that we call gateway videos that are able to show up for these big, broad topics because they've chosen a different variation or a very small part of this huge topic. Tip number 4, Janelle Eliana was able to go from 0 subscribers to 1 million subscribers in 2 weeks. That's insane. So how did she do it? Well, she really focused on keywords. So tip number 4 is keywords. And I'm gonna show you how to do this for your channel, whether you are 0 subscribers or thousands, and you really want to figure out how to grow, this is how you do it. So perfect example of paying attention to the keywords that work is Janelle Eliana. I mean, she is amazing. She grew 2 million subscribers in 2 weeks, and everyone was trying to figure out how the heck she did it. And she really focused on keywords, whether she knew it or not, but I'm sure she did. So one big thing, and this isn't like the sole reason that her channel grew so fast, there's a lot of factors, but her unicorn-like growth, there is some key factors in things that you can copy and use for your own channel and why she grew the way that she did. So a big piece of it was looking at keywords. So if you look at the keywords she chose for her first video, which says 8 million views. So right out the gates, posts this video, gets 8 million views, and gains 1 million subscribers in 2 weeks. Pretty incredible. And so she basically, with her very first video, paid very close attention to things that worked on YouTube. So if you look up van life, there are a ton of videos on the subject of van life. For example, this channel has 367,000 subscribers with 3.4 million views. You can see they use the term van life there. You can see van life, choosing the right van for you. 2.7 million views with only 39,000 subscribers. And they use the term van life in this as well. So she knew, okay, interesting, this is a popular topic on YouTube. Now, the other interesting thing about this is how she paid attention to these keywords and used them in her actual title. So if you look up van tour, it has a search volume of 2,400 searches per month. And if you want to know how I'm finding the search volume, you can check out my video on how to get more views, and it'll show you exactly what I'm doing there. But basically this keyword, she knows there's 2,400 people a month looking at this topic, and she's seen how popular videos are on the term van life. So if she looks up van life specifically, there's 7,200 searches per month. Now, as a brand new channel with her very first video, these are pretty competitive topics that she's going after. But the interesting thing is she also incorporated keywords which were less competitive because it means that she would have a better chance of finding success with them. So things like solo female traveler, she incorporated that in her title with only 83 searches per month. It's a little more niche than van tour. So when you add all of this together, you can see that she's incorporated smaller keywords and less competitive keywords with these other keywords she has in here. And when she made this her entire title, so if she was just using van tour, it would have been really hard for her to be found because it's really competitive, or just using van life, it's super competitive. So adding in solo female traveler and making this the entire title brought down her competition by a lot. So you can see that the search result for that entire title, it's about 14,000, which is way less than if she was just going to go after, you can see right here, so number of videos in the search results, 14,000. So she's only competing against 14,000 results. Whereas if she was just to use van life, it's not a great topic because it's so competitive. It's such high search volume for a brand new channel. And the competition is, there's no way that she could possibly get found for it with a new channel. It's 194 million in the search results, as you can see down here, versus 14,000. So you can see that she was able to use keywords to her advantage in order to grow her channel a lot faster by making a long tail keyword title and incorporating big and small and making sure that she was narrowing down her search pool or competition as much as possible. And you can do the exact same thing with your own channel by focusing on keywords. Tip number 5 is look for patterns and breakthroughs. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean right now. Let's dive into my computer. Now, the next step is really paying attention to patterns and breakthroughs, as I mentioned. So you can see on my channel, it's fairly obvious where I have built a lot of authority within the algorithm on YouTube. And YouTube is a keyword-focused platform. Regardless of what you want to be talking about, regardless of the niche, regardless of anything, it focuses on keywords. So when you do really well with a certain topic, it's going to favor you more when you create more content on that topic, i.e. for me, things like Instagram. You can see these are my top videos on my channel: Instagram, YouTube, Instagram, Instagram, YouTube, Instagram, Instagram. So I know that if I make a video on Instagram or YouTube, I have a lot of clout in the algorithm, so I get pushed further, which means I get more views and more watch time on my channel. But as you've noticed, we've been sort of trying to switch around some of the content on the channel to broaden the audience and just talk about things that I want to talk about as my business evolves, as I evolve as a person and as an entrepreneur. So some of those things are things like, I'll show you a few examples in here. They're what I like to call breakthrough videos. So the patterns are I rank really well and get pushed out in the algorithm with Instagram and YouTube topics and keywords related to those. But how do I break through with other topics? So we've been doing a bunch of different types of topics on my channel, experimenting, and you can see these are what I like to call breakthrough videos. They have nothing to do with Instagram, they have nothing to do with YouTube, yet it's one of my top videos on my channel, how I plan my week and time block to get things done. Okay, that's a breakthrough video. And then you'll see happy, successful, and rich, 5 simple habits to have it all. Another breakthrough video on my channel. And you can see maybe it doesn't have the most views, but it has a lot of accumulated watch time, which means people are watching it and watching the majority of it, which is really cool. And that means that it's a top video on my channel. So those 2 videos, in addition to a few of the other ones that we've created recently that are totally against what I normally talk about, like 7 simple habits that will make you rich, they are things that I like to call breakthrough videos. And they show me, okay, if I break out of my general keywords that I always talk about that I perform well in, these are the kinds of things that I'm able to get a little bit of traction with, and they're actually performing well out of all of the videos that we posted in all these different topics recently. So those are breakthrough videos. And then what I'm going to do is take those videos and I'm going to see what else are people searching for around those topics. So when I clicked on this video right here, when I click on how I plan my week and time block, I know this is a breakthrough video, and I go to traffic source, what I can do is I can go into the YouTube search and see how people are finding this video. What are people actually looking for? So one of the big things is time blocking. So that's a keyword that I might want to capitalize on for more videos in the future, and you'll see that I will be very soon. So using your analytics to your advantage is a big piece of growing, regardless of what topics you're trying to cover on YouTube and regardless of your niche. You do want to still pay attention to patterns and breakthrough videos because those are the videos that are going to help you grow faster. So you want to really be like a scientist when you are trying to grow your channel without a niche. Don't get caught up in vanity metrics, views, and subscribers at the beginning, because if you do, you'll stay stuck and small. You want to basically treat it like put out the content, pay attention to what actually works, pay attention to where you're getting more views than others. Even if it's a handful more views than normal, that's a really big clue that that's a video you want to make more videos like, because it's picking up more traction. And I always say double down and capitalize on the topics that are actually working on your channel. And that's what I have been doing. So these are the breakthrough videos that get more momentum, more views, and more velocity in a shorter period of time. So to really dive into this, I made a whole video on your YouTube analytics. You can check it out here. It's at the link in the description below as well. And it'll give you an entire overview of how to use analytics to your advantage. Tip number 6 is to pay close attention to your analytics, as I just mentioned. So make sure you check out that video, because when you find breakthrough videos and you find the videos that are working best for you, that's where in the algorithm on YouTube, because YouTube at the end of the day is a database platform, as is every social media platform out there, meaning that when you win or you rank high or you get pushed and suggested for a specific topic, YouTube will pay attention to that, and then anytime you make a video on that same topic, it's gonna push you further and faster, which helps grow your channel faster. So step number 6, or tip number 6, is just to make sure that you're paying attention to the content that works and doubling down on it. Check out these videos next to dominate and grow on YouTube. Make sure you check out the entire series playlist for our YouTube Business Bootcamp at the link in the description, and enter to win our huge grand prize giveaway with the details in the description. If you like this, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you in the next video.